Here for main number 2 of the 250 East Triple Crown from Indianapolis. Balls are way up the inside. Who else is in the middle? We're off and running. Who's going to get that whole shot? Trying to see who gets there first. I saw a nose. Oh, we got guys going
down
deep. And it is Johnny Prodonyi. Awood,
Car
2 for 3 tonight.
Let's go.
Andrew
And car went down. I think I'm 99% sure I saw. No?
There's a red plate there in P3.
All right. I thought I saw a red plate flipping. Someone went down. Johnny Prodonyi, though, yeah, off to a good start. Look at us go. Man, Johnny Prodonyi, he got a good start, though, in the first one, and he went down. Seth Crotty in 10th, your pick, and could be a little better.
Could be better,
yeah,
but it's not too bad. So Johnny Prodonyi leading here once again, picking up right where he left off from that first main event where he picked up the win. Max Chwalik in the 2 spot. Jet, White Drizzle, Holyhead in 3rd. Balls are up to 4th. McPherson in 5th. So what happened to Seth Carr? He has slipped all the way back into the 9 spot, I believe this is, for the 15 ride. He has got to try to pick it up and turn it around, work his way back towards the front after that second place finish in the opening main event. Battle for second is on. Jet, Holyhead, and Max Chwalik juggling positions right now, 33 in front of 34 at the moment, but Chwalik trying to shuffle it back in the favor of the 34 machine and move into second place. Good fight here between these two.
Yeah, and you got to remember our boy White Drizzle was in 4th place for a long time in that first one and dropped back to 6th place near the end, as well as Chwalik was up front for a little while, but then had a big crash, went down, and was never able to kind of get himself back up there. So we'll see if Holyhead, being up front from the start here, can just kind of keep going, keep pushing, and make his way into the lead here. You know, he had a little bit of a worse start in the first one, but Balzer as well, who made his way through the pack in 4th place, right behind these two, and he's got a lot less room to make up than he did in the first gangbang.
Good fight here from the front 4 riders as they stay nose to tail in the opening few laps. We're on lap number 3 now. Chwalik, a little case right there, and Balzer on the 1 is closing up. By the way, Seth Carr slipped back to 13th, and he is in a dogfight in that battle back there for all those positions, trying to hold on to it. Chwalik looks like he has found the groove a little bit again as he closes back up to the rear tire of Holyhead. If you're Prodonyi in this situation, all you can hope for is that these guys get into a fight and allow you to open up the gap, because right now it's still close, but it could get a lot bigger in a hurry with that gap out front if these guys battle each other.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely always wanting to move forward. You know, if you're these guys 2, 3, 4, you want to move forward and not really get stuck kind of battling with each other when you know you have someone up front that can pull away. So these guys really need to kind of settle into their own race pace, and they actually, besides Chwalik making the mistake here, jumping off the track, look at that, Balzer up, ooh, very close to him. They jump side by side, not able to make the pass, but man, they were actually just separated enough to where I feel like you're not racing each other, you're doing your own thing. But Chwalik made that mistake on his own, so maybe pressure getting to him after another good start. Don't want to kind of fall down and get put back again.
Yep, Balzer definitely had a couple mistakes right there as he tried to avoid hitting Chwalik, who just rejoined the track. So it is still really close at the front. Johnny Prodonyi brings us down the start straight, then Jet Holyhead in 2nd place, Max Chwalik in 3rd, and Balzer with a little slide out, still holding on for 4th. Maxime Vanderbeek just tucked the front end at the end of the whoops. He is in 5th. Garrett Hollenbeck has moved up into the 6th spot on the 742. 7th for Tom Quinnell right there on the 85, as 8th now is actually Max Wilczek moving up to 8th. Doyle 9th, McIntosh 10th, Partillo 11th, and now Carr has found his way to 12th actually. So he's going backwards a little bit, trying to right the ship as he closes up on D-Mills for 11th. Over the finish line jump, not the ride Seth Carr was hoping for in this main event, but he's going to get a freebie as his teammate went down right there. I think that was Partillo. And the battles continue on throughout the field. I think the fight, though, is going to stay out front, man. I think these guys are going to continue battling each other. And speaking of battling, Balzer just made the pass on Chwalik. He got down the outside across the start straight. Chwalik went to the inside to defend, but Balzer still made the pass anyway. And just like in that first main event we saw, Andrew, once Balzer gets clean air, man, he's able to run some burner lap times.
Yeah, and the lap before, Prodonyi did drop his the fastest lap, but yeah, Balzer did make a pass there, but he did lose some time from having to battle for a little bit. So now it's time for him. You've got the clear air. Drop your lap times and show these guys what you can do. This is probably about the time he picked it up in the last race from the halfway mark all the way on, he started to really kind of get it together and show some speed to kind of move towards the front. So hopefully he can do it again. Interesting too, he's doing a lot of outside lines and flowing, carrying a lot of speed. And then interesting to see the Prodonyi way of doing things, where he's been kind of jumping across the corner with the pixie stick and doing a little bit different lines than people, kind of keeping things tight. So it is fun to see the different approach that these racers have to the same race in the same racetrack.
Yeah, I think, we kind of saw that playing out between Balzer and Prodonyi in the first main event as well. Kind of the same, format, I guess, in that Prodonyi was trying to go to the inside lines in a lot of places, using those insides to shorten up the track. Balzer using the outside to flow, and both of them kind of worked out evenly in terms of total lap time. So there it is, Prodonyi again still going inside. Jumps off the track right there. That's going to cost him a little bit of time having to do that double option. And down goes Holyhead at some point because Balzer has moved up into second place. So Holyhead, who was in second, is now behind Balzer, and that is a couple seconds advantage there for Balzer already. So I think maybe just a slide out there for Holyhead, but once again, Balzer taking advantage of these small mistakes these guys are having.
Yeah, it could have been a small mistake, case something, off-track excursion, but man, just like that, you're leaving the room open, and now Balzer, look at the speed he's going through that sand section, jumping through the whole thing as we go on board with him. Ran a 51.3, his best lap last time around, and maybe he's going to try to answer back and do it again. It seems like when Balzer gets on fire for a couple laps, he really is. Look at that, going over quad right there to the outside, off track a little bit, but still able to get the triple on and hit this big rhythm. Man, it looks like he is pushing, but is he actually even gaining time?
Doesn't seem like it. It was 3.1, now it's 3.4. That might have been the cleanest track re-entry through tough blocks I've ever seen as well. Landing off the track and sliding through the blocks to make that corner and still triple on was greasy as hell for Balzer. So 51.3, Prodonyi goes 51.3 as well. Balzer this time around goes 51.7, so it was a 4/10 split right there. Balzer's still just trying to eat that gap down. This feels like a replay of what we saw in the first main event with these two happening again as we close up in the final 3 minutes of this race.
Yeah, and it's just, man, it's so crazy to watch him do this and drop the time down a little bit here, but you just see how hard it is for these guys to be on top of their game. Balzer is absolutely laying it down, doing some crazy stuff right here. Oh, look at that, a mistake in the rhythm. So not only did Balzer nail his, Prodonyi missed his rhythm as well, so that's down to like a 1 second gap right here. And over the wall in the whoop section, this is going to be a huge part right here. Who can get through it closer?
Both of them tripling through and then tucking to that inside to get that rut clean. Prodonyi laying it in, kind of sliding back onto the start straight, and it is on for the win here in main 2 of the 250 East Division in Indianapolis. Less than a second in it between Johnny Prodonyi and defending champion Rasmus Balzer. Lap traffic coming up as well, going to be a factor in this fight as we're down under 2 minutes and a lap left to go. Who's got the advantage here? We're once again going to see how those lines play out. Prodonyi kind of misses his. Balzer goes over. Does he get the quad? No, he's going to have to settle with table over single. But now look at Balzer doubling through the corner. He's going to pull up alongside. We're side by side in the rhythm section. Oh my goodness, they almost come together. Prodonyi defends the line. Balzer squares it back off. Is not going to go for the pass. They both go to the outside right here. And the battle continues into the whoop section.
Yeah, man, what an amazing thing right there. Look at that. Balzer's going blitzing the whole way to the outside. Didn't want to follow. Prodonyi jumped all the way to the inside. Didn't really change his line. But how impressive is that from Balzer to go and hasn't done it all race. He's been doing a triple over quad line that we've seen in the on-off section back there that you see. And then he goes and just switches up to the line that we've seen Prodonyi do all the last 2 races. And Balzer hasn't used once, and he goes and absolutely nails it, almost makes a pass. So we'll see what they do right here. Do they trade lines or follow the same thing? There's a jump across. There's a jump across from Balzer, but he hangs it a little bit and loses some time.
Yeah, but he's able to get the on-off clean still and doesn't lose all too much time, even though that mistake was a pretty hefty one for that case. So still under a second as we head into the whoops. And once again, I think these guys are just gonna miss time. There's still 30 seconds on the clock. We're looking like we're crossing once again at about 15 seconds to go on the clock, maybe about 20 this time, as there it is, 20 seconds left on the clock right now. 18 or so seconds left on the clock as they cross this time. So 2 laps to go. Prodonyi trying to hold on another charge from Rasmus Balzer. And Prodonyi, I mean, overall wise, still will look good ahead of Balzer in the overall picture. But if he can go 1-1 to start things off, he sets himself up so well to cruise in that final main event and try to win this overall here tonight. It's really up to Balzer to try to make it happen. Prodonyi, a mistake. Riders coming from off track, and once again, we're still almost bar to bar through this rhythm section. Balzer going to go to the outside. Prodonyi defends it. Balzer squares it up and gets into a lapper. Tom Quinault on the 85 was not paying attention to those guys battling in front of him and gets in the way and takes Balzer down. So there goes the race right there, because Prodonyi's going to get the white flag this time by, and it looks like he's going to be able to cruise this thing home.
That's a real bummer there, because Quinault knew they were there, had the blue bar going through that rhythm section. In my opinion, that was completely intentional, cut across the inside, and just really a bummer to see someone get involved in the race like that when we, for the second time in 3 laps, were able to see the 2 leaders go bar to bar down that rhythm section and see if they can make something happen here. Prodonyi goes ahead and gets a gift right there. Balzer still at least able to hold on to the second place position, but not the best way we want to see someone kind of get a win and someone not even have the chance to battle for that to the checkered flag.
Yeah, tough break as well for Seth Carr, who just goes a lap down in this main event. He was second in the first one. Oh, and he gets into the back of Prodonyi right there, so almost caused a little bit last lap drama. And it looks like Carr is going to fall outside of the top 15 in this one. So Johnny Prodonyi takes it 2 for 2 tonight here as into the